The issue of mandatory vaccinations has suddenly been seized upon by the media to characterise the 2016 presidential race, with both Rand Paul and Chris Christie being savaged by left and right for asserting that parents should have the right to choose whether their children are given vaccines.
But I just have to begin by asking, did you really just say to Laura Ingraham that you think most vaccines in this country should be, quote, voluntary?
Well, I guess being for freedom would be really unusual. I guess I don't understand the point, why that would be controversial.
Professor, what I said was that there has to be a balance, and it depends on what the vaccine is, what the disease type is, and all the rest.
Now, despite the fact that both Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama said back in 2008 that the science on vaccines was inconclusive, now changing their position completely, both the left and right have responded to this Rand Paul, Chris Christie take on vaccines by asserting that the state should have the power to forcibly inject people against their will. In his USA Today column, Alex Berezow asserted that parents who do not vaccinate their children should go to jail, while Fox News' Megyn Kelly and Bill O'Reilly agreed that Big Brother is required to enforce injections.
But the 10% can't go to school unless you get vaccinated. It's
more and
easy.
more. This is going to be a big issue for these politicians going forward because it's about Big Brother. But on the other hand, some things do require some involvement of Big Brother.
Some things do.
Now, it's odd that this arose out of a measles outbreak in California, given that the measles vaccine has killed 108 people over the past 10 years in comparison to 0 deaths from measles itself. But here's the true narrative that you're not hearing. Empowering the state to inject you or your children against your will is a bigger threat than measles or any vaccine. Giving government the power to make any kind of drug or treatment mandatory, given that pharmaceutical drugs kill 100,000 Americans every year, is patently absurd. This debate shouldn't be about the efficacy of vaccines or the dangers of vaccines. What it should be about is the chilling precedent being set by both the left and the right, including self-proclaimed small government conservatives, who have in fact proven themselves to have no innate and authentic virtues whatsoever, that it now should be completely accepted without question that the government has the right to forcibly mass medicate anyone against their will. There are scientists and government health officials across the world who think that we should put lithium in the water supply to cut the suicide rate. It's for the greater good. The government says it's safe, so what's the problem? Are you an anti-lithium extremist? Well, no, it's about having basic sovereignty and control over your own body. Just look at the sordid history of giving governments unrestricted power over health and medical procedures. I guess the mandatory sterilisation of undesirables in the United States right up until the 1970s was for the greater good. Deceiving poor black farmers and subjecting them to dangerous medical experiments against their will and without their knowledge in order to study syphilis during the infamous Tuskegee experiment was for the greater good. Using abandoned black children as unwitting guinea pigs during tests of experimental HIV drugs with side effects including liver damage, tumours and anemia was for the greater good. Ordering US soldiers to walk towards exploding atomic bombs during tests in the Nevada desert in the 1950s, exposing them to ionizing radiation, was for the greater good. I could give you a dozen more examples, but here's the bottom line. An infinitely bigger threat than measles, the measles vaccine, or any vaccine, is giving the state the power to forcibly inject someone against their will. We're not talking about a pandemic. We're not talking about Ebola going airborne. We're talking about measles. It has not killed a single American in the last 10 years. And the fact that the media are using this to smear Rand Paul, who merely asserted that government agents shouldn't have the power to forcibly inject you at gunpoint just illustrates how desperate they are to demonize any anti-establishment candidate in the run-up to 2016. I'm Paul Joseph Watson reporting for Infowars.com.
Are you telling parents you should get your kids vaccinated?
You should get your kids vaccinated.